Hi guys, how are you guys doing today? It is a lazy Friday today. For lunch I am just making this is like a tom yum flavored ramen. I added some cauliflower to it, and I'm also adding some Vienna sausage. So yeah, there we go. It's gonna be a very quick and easy lunch for Kyle and I. Just waiting for the noodles to cook. Oh, I'm also adding some miswa noodles because this is gonna be for Kyle and I, so just add some extra noodles in there. Plus I love miswa noodles. Update, Kyle is working on the drip irrigation system. That needs to be done prior to me planting, so it's really hard because for us to install the little posts, the posts have to be, or the hose has to be hot for it to stretch and fit into the little dowels. But there's Billy trying to get into everything. He's actually grown to the point where he can jump really high now. So he can climb up the stairs and therefore get onto the counters. So I have to keep an eye on him because I do have a pot boiling and I don't want him to burn himself. Catch you guys later. So I was thinking that for dinner we were gonna have some Monggo and salmon because I picked up some sockeye salmon from the store and it was on sale, and they came in these fillets right here and over here. I'm just gonna defrost maybe a couple of fillets for Kyle and I, and then I'm gonna make our Monggo. But beforehand I'm just gonna soak these in water since it's only 3 o'clock. These need to be soaking in water for about maybe a few hours. So that should be enough Monggo for our dinner. And that is going to be sauteed with some ground pork, some shrimp, a little fried shrimp, and also some spinach and ampalaya, bitter melon. So let's get this in some water. Submerge it in some water, let it expand a little bit. There we go. And you just set it and forget it. Hi guys, so this is what you're going to be needing to make Monggo. You're gonna be needing 1 pound of pork. You're also going to be needing a medium-sized onion, 5 cloves of garlic, half a bag of chicharron, anchovy sauce, and of course your Monggo right over here. And this has been soaking in water for about a couple of hours now. And you're also going to be needing some spinach later on just to finish up the dish. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to be doing is prepping your vegetables. So I'm going to go ahead and mince my garlic here. It doesn't have to be perfect. All goes down the same way, but you just want to make sure that you chop them small. I do love to cook with a lot of garlic, so today is no different. I'm gonna fast forward this for you. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna set the garlic aside. And then next, you're going to want to move on to your onion. That onion was bad, so I'm actually going to be using 2 small onions instead. But to fast forward this, how about we do this? 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! So I've quickly chopped up these onions right over here, and now I'm gonna set them aside. Perfect, and now we can start cooking. I'm gonna turn on the heat really quickly to medium to medium high. And I'm just going to add a little bit of oil onto the bottom of our pot here and wait for that to warm up. Okay, so our oil is nice and hot. We can go ahead and add our pork. Go ahead and break that down. And with our pork, we're also going to be adding our garlic and onions right here. I'm gonna saute that. Just like so. And you're just gonna saute this until the pork is nice and brown. I'm also going to be seasoning with some garlic salt. I'm also going to be using onion powder. Season it with some salt. Salt and some pepper. I like a lot of pepper in my cooking, so I'm gonna make sure I add a lot. And then just saute this. Fry it up. Okay, if you have like little chunks of meat, because this is gonna be a stew type of dish, so it's nice to always get that little bit of chunk of meat. So, and I'm just browning the meat so that the dish can have lots of flavor. The ground pork is nice and brown. You can go ahead and pour in your monggo that you have been soaking in water. Go. You just want to cover half this pot with water. That's about good. You're gonna wait for you're gonna wait for a rolling boil. So keep the heat on high, and then just stir it every so often until it starts to boil, and then you can turn down the heat. I'll catch you back in a little bit. Okay, so the monggo has been boiling. So what you want to do now that it has a rolling boil is that you want to reduce the heat to medium so that it can just simmer, and this will allow your monggo to soften and to split open, because right now they're still pretty hard and they're still pretty much intact. Okay guys, so the monggo has been simmering for about 15 to 20 minutes now, and it's nicely broken down. So At this point, and I forgot to include this in the ingredients, I'm going to throw in some bitter melon. This is some bitter melon that I had chopped up and I froze. So I have bitter melon here. I'm gonna pour that in to the soup. Right in. And that should melt nicely. I love bitter melon. I don't know about you guys, but I love bitter melon. And now that I'm growing it this year in my garden, and I'm growing twice as much, I can have as much bitter melon as I want. Plus, I can also include the leaves because you can also eat the bitter melon leaves. See? Starting to look really good already. Okay. Just melting the ice. It's frozen, so there we go. Starting to look really nice. Just let it continue, letting it simmer. I'm also going to be adding about, I'm gonna eyeball it, but it's usually around like 3 teaspoons of anchovy sauce. Three or 4. I'm gonna start off with that, and if I need to add more, then I will. Just mix it up. Increase the heat a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and taste it to make sure that it is to my liking. It's nice, but it's gonna need some more salt. Okay guys, along with our Monggo today for dinner, I'm also going to be cooking some salmon fillets. These are sockeye salmon. I got them in a pack of 5 at Terrace, and they come individually packaged. I took these out of the freezer. I soaked them in some water and they're nice and thawed. So we're just gonna open them up, put it on a dish, and season it really well. I'm going to rinse them really quickly. Perfect. This is the dish that I'm going to be using. And what I like to do is I'm just going to cut these in half. Beautiful fillets right over here. And then just put them on the dish right over here. See what I do? That should be good for dinner. I'm actually going to save this for another dish or to cook it tomorrow. Looks good. It is almost done, so I'm actually going to now add our chicharron. I use about half a bag to the full bag. Actually, I'm going to put the whole bag in here because I really love chicharron with Monggo. Drop it in. Chicharron. You can use any brand you like. You can even use pieces of pork belly instead of chicharron, but I love chicharron in my Monggo. Put that. Guys, oh, let me zoom you in so you can just see. There you go. Oh, this looks so good and it's so hearty, guys. On a bed of rice. Oh, look at that monggo. So last but not least, I would like to add our spinach right over here. I'm just gonna throw in our spinach into our monggo. Now spinach cooks down a lot, so I tend to add a lot. Don't skimp out on the greens, because I love greens. Yum. If you have talbos ng kamote or sweet potato leaves, you can use pepper leaves, bell pepper leaves, chili pepper leaves. You can also use ampalaya leaves. Whatever you have, you can put in this for greens. Oh, look at that, guys. And I don't like to, so right when I throw my greens, I'll just turn off the heat because I don't want my greens to be overdone. But yeah, look at that. Monggo is basically done, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Now, let's taste it. Okay, guys, this is the finished product. This is our monggo right over here. It has our monggo beans, it has our pork, it has our chicharron, spinach leaves, and bitter melon. It's so good. Let's try it. The ground pork is cooked very well. The bitter melon is really nice and it's not that bitter. It's really tasty. Let's try spinach. The spinach is still crunchy. It's really good. And last but not least, our chicharron. Oh my gosh, guys. I wish you guys can try this. This is your bite right here. This is just what I was craving today. So, on top of this, I'm going to be baking some salmon with some tomato, some lemon pepper, garlic. I'll show you at the very end how both dishes look, but I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog or this video. Please try to make my version of this monggo. It tastes really good. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If not, please don't do anything. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm super excited. If you guys have time, come on over. I'll give you some monggo. I have lots of takeout containers. Hope everyone's staying safe. Have a wonderful day. I'm gonna go finish the rest of my meal. Catch you guys on my next vlog. Bye.
A few inches later.